Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC West. It's the Seahawks and the reigning Super Bowl champs on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. From SoFi Stadium. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The numbers for him from a week ago. 22 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal, and this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. To throw is Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Stafford. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, Stafford here. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Stafford now to throw. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks. but you try and find...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Darrell Taylor in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side. Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Second and 20. They'll drop the throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sean Robinson able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now. And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well. after the sack. Oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
With the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up.
And he works free. Shoves him aside. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats, CD, it shows us he covered better than 20 yards after the initial contact was made. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss running left, Akers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. This offense converted once already in this 1st quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. A tight one after one on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. That one complete. He finds Sharp and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pick.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, good move. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Cam Akers in the Rams offense ready to go back to work. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Baker Mayfield with 1 touchdown pass thus far. On 1st down at Stafford. Airing it out deep for Woods. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, LA!
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
2nd and 5. This is the tight end fan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 18. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Stafford. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now it's Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Sharks got it, left side. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Carson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford, he's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as that game draws closer to halftime. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Marcus Mariota leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Matt Ryan leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. on to punt for Seattle. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead. You've been controlling.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp, and he's out right at the 25. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the L.A. offense. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
To try again after the sack. Stafford throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Darrell Taylor, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Dances by him. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Carson, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. Out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And Woods has it complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch.
Hit as he throws and the ball is out. It's a live football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
L.A. readies for its next possession. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10.
Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more.
So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for L.A.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play. No, we got caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down now, Akers.
102 yards on the ground for him so far.
Third and 2, Stafford.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Parkey is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Seahawks take back over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll find Metcalf.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw again.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On 1st down at Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Stafford. And this is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just outside his own goal line. We'll call that a 41-yard punt, the net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Leonard Floyd has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. So Matthew Stafford in the offense, down by 8, 2:13 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Stafford. Open man. Higbee, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Stafford now to throw. We got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. A give running right is Akers. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Stafford now to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
going for it all. And that is incomplete. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they will take a knee here. And that will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for L.A., it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.